Sparkle Squad, this is Monica, and I have another Potomac Beads Best Bead Box Treasure Box Edition for the month of May, which is my birth month. Yay! And my anniversary month. Let's look and see what we have this month from Potomac Beads. This one sounds fancy. It is called Whispers of Antiquity. Step into a realm of timeless elegance and vintage charm with this month's treasure box. Each bead embodies the artistry and charisma of the past. Pale, soft colors accent smoky gray and black like a colorized tintype. Blue and pink, yay! Evoke timeless grace, while mauve whispers refinement. Crystal AB Aurora Borealis enchants with its shimmer, leading to the ethereal glow of white iris. Black diamond and jet add mystery, while silver brings sophistication. Let your imagination soar as you craft modern jewelry steeped in the essence of the past. Now, doesn't that just sound like it's not Monica because it's way too fancy? Except for the pink and blue. So, I mean, you know, I may be okay. It's got a bunch of goodies here on the back, and I will put whatever links that are to whatever products still available when I post the video. They are my Potomac Beads affiliate links, and I appreciate each and every one of you that are using those. The first thing that caught my eye was these handy little things right here. I'm using one right now just to hold my menagerie of rings that I've got. These are really handy, especially if you do bead weaving and stuff. They are very functional in order to hold all sorts of good things. What I find cool about them is whenever I have some beads, let's say these, and especially if I don't spill everything, but let's say, oh, I'm done using these, oh, root beer lined, oh, now that's an awesome name. I'm done using these root beer lined Miyuki seed beads, so now I can just pour them right back in there, whoop, and hope I don't spill too much of them. Yay! And that saves me from having to get my bead vacuum out. Yes, there's bead vacs out there, guys. I've actually got a video. I just haven't posted it yet. So I love the rainbow slick effect on these right here. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. They have the prettiest Miyuki seed beads. I'm telling you, I'm not really much of a seed bead kind of gal, but I have a ton of them. And I love the ones that have something unique like this, that just like, I mean, that would look good. I could sew some onto my gloves here, couldn't I? Love to get these types of tools. And Bead Tech is, I don't know how to say this, like a sister site of Potomac Beads. It's all kind of under the umbrella brand of Potomac's brand. So if you're not familiar with how the treasure box works, they are doing their Best Bead Box monthly subscriptions different. They have now two different options that you can do. Either you can do like the treasure box here, like what I've got, or you can do a monthly kit subscription. And that has 3 to 4 different kits within that box. And it was sort of like how you could do maybe a bead weaving bracelet, you know, maybe it's a strung necklace, maybe it's a certain pattern for earrings or something. So it's different types of kits within that box versus this one is just a bunch of findings, tools, awesome tools, wire, sometimes we even get pliers. I just love everything about the treasure box. That is my style. I'm not really a bead weaver per se. I love these beads. They are check glass deco diamond beads, and this has kind of a brownish tint. I don't know, it's almost like a rose color, really. Very pretty indeed. It's kind of got a taupe in that transparent glass there. Then we have some of these check faceted rounds, 7mm size in the lilac color. And you know what? That lilac color looks like that transparent glass in these. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build a design, honey. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. I guess I'll put my bag stack over here. So yeah, look at this. Don't those, oh, those look great together. Oh man. And so see, this is another thing you can do. You can put like things in and maybe work out a design, just whatever winds up in your triangle over here. We have some of these Rosaline 4mm check faceted rounds. These are tiny babies. Very pretty though. It's kind of a peachy pink. So I'm going to put these in its own little thingy. We've got some round trio beads in white iris, 6mm size, but it doesn't, this white iris is always confusing to me, but these are definitely like a pinky purple with a little hint of orange. So I think these would look great here. I mean, doesn't that, because it kind of picks up the color there, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. Then we have some check daisies in the black diamond. Those are cute. Pour a few of those in there. And we've got some of this check glass bicone beads in the 6mm jet color, the jet black. These are really large, whoops, bicones. Then we have some pretty check glass faceted rounds in the crystal aurora borealis 10mm size. That's big. I like it in there. I don't know if I like it everywhere though. Maybe we'll put one there and there. Here are some Potomac crystal chatons in black diamond. I'm not really sure about how to use that because I don't really, unless I've got my little glue situation ready, unless, oh, they might surprise me. Looky here. Earrings. Let's just go ahead and look at them now. These are the lever back ear wires with crystal setting, sterling silver, and this is an 18mm size. You get a pack of 4. So if I mess it up, then I've got another attempt I can do. So those little chatons will go in those lever back earring settings, and that will be interesting to play with. I've never even done that before. Here's some of the pink and blue, I guess. I love it. This says blue and purple though. Check glass cathedral beads. I love cathedral beads. I'm going to put those in there. I have a bunch of cathedral beads and I just love to collect them. I don't know why they are such a draw for me, but they are. Here are some iris duo beads in ancient gold. Even though there are multiple colors in there. It makes you think that you've got a lot more colors than you even see there. So I like that. We have some check pressed beads in mauve. And I think that would look good. Maybe there. Maybe there. I'm not sure about that. I think I'd probably take that out of there, go there and here. Okay. Those are nice. They're huge. They're a different shape, and it's got kind of a grainy look to it as far as the finish, but it's got a little bit of gold in with that mauve. Oh, these are so pretty. Baby pink 6mm Potomac pearls. Now, I love Potomac's pearls. Potomac Beads has really stepped up and been able to provide crystals and pearls, and they are so high quality. I haven't had any problem with fading. I feel like I can trust their brand by moving over to these glass pearls. They are super pretty. Look at that. And that color, again, was baby pink. And to me, that looks peach. So if I was going to do something with these, I'd probably put them right here. So let's just lay that beside. But then again, it could be useful for this. So I don't know. We'll have to think on that for a minute. Now, these are some Potomac beads, microfaceted seamless mirror round beads. These are like little disco balls. Where are they going to go, guys? Probably mostly there, but we'll have the other two over there because that's my think on it pile. These chili beads in white. Chili beads. Okay, so I've had coffee beans. I've had peanut beads, and now I've got chili beans. Chili beads. To me, that looks like a tooth. But the holes are up here. There's 2 holes up here at the top. And this would make a nice flower petal. Could be a cool little pendant. I mean, there's lots of ways to do that. So that's going to be interesting. But I will probably need to have some inspiration. If you go to Potomac Beads website, you can get inspiration too. If you find like you feel like you're kind of stumped on how you're going to use a certain type of bead, if you've not ever had any experience with them. So the peach baby pink beads is kind of lending itself to both of those. I've got this option or this option. And then, of course, we're going back here to the root beer lined seed beads. So let's look. We've got that tray. It's a rainbow slick, and it kind of goes with the square beads. It has a little bit of pink. It picks up a little bit of silver, but there's also kind of a yellow, green, gold. So I don't think I like it there. I don't think I like it with the black and whites. This one is probably the winner right here. And just simply because of all of these little colors here and those ancient gold iris duo beads. And then let's see. Nope. So definitely over here with the iris duos. Now what's funny is I'm going to probably discover when they go to actually do their make that they have totally blown my mind with how they use some of this stuff, because there are so many instances where that happens, you know. So then the last thing I have is this check glass bead strand, and look at the color here on that. Isn't that pretty? That is just so pretty. I love how it's got that kind of, I don't know, I'm calling it tortoise shell look to it, because there's some brown there, but then it's got a fiery kind of copper gold and the blush pink underneath all of it, sort of like an opaque blush pink. And it's just an interesting bead. So I think that would probably go over here, because there's more gold in this situation, although it could go there. And the pattern on the bead sort of corresponds like that. But I'm not really a fan of that. It's probably here. And I can't remember if I said, but these are Miyuki seed beads, and this is a size 8/0, and that is a very good size actually for a lot of us beaders who aren't necessarily bead weavers. Very easy to use. I've got a few little design element ideas here by putting them in those little trays, and I just find that so fun to be able to do that. These are the pieces that I completed for this month, and I think it really turned out nice, and I still have a ton of beads. Without further ado, let's look and see what all I made. First up, I have a very simple little zipper pull that I created on some colored bead stringing wire that coordinated with these little beads here, and then a lobster claw clasp that's a little bit large. And this is something that I can use to put on my purse. I can put that on a billfold. I can do it in anything that I might want, just a little cute beaded pull. And then I created a whole set and then several pairs of earrings. If you remember in the last box, I had the huge leaves that I created a bracelet with, and then I wanted to pull those into this month because I thought that that would look really cool with these flowers. And I had some gunmetal bead caps that were in kind of a flower shape that coordinated with the glass flower bead. So I thought that was cute to put that on there, and then have like a vine of these beautiful little seed beads going up the stem, so to speak, and set that off with a little bit of sparkly pink on top of that gray flower bead. That was really pretty. And then these here in the middle, I had some rose gold findings that I wanted to coordinate with the beads, since they have like a rose, kind of a rosy hue. This cathedral glass blue bead up here at the top, that has kind of a rose gold look on the ends. I think that looks really cute. I like that. And then I used that same color coordinating bead stringing wire and just tied knots on the bottom of that. So that is 2 sets of earrings. They're more boho style, I guess, versus Antiquity. Although I don't know, I think the leaves could be Antiquity. Then I did these lovely earrings using some bead stringing wire, and then some of the beads that coordinated here from the treasure box with the set that I made. So these are the same types of beads in the hoops. These are those little iris duos there. And then I did manage to glue in the black diamond chatons here on the lever back earrings, and you can see the sparkle there. To me, they actually have a little bit of that green in it. It looks like it's coming from the seed beads over here, but it is just called black diamond. And then I put the flowers on there, the little disco balls, the black bicones, and I had some gunmetal bead caps, and I thought that it would be neat to do a little dangle off of those, but you can take that dangle off and just have it be the lever back earring in and of itself if you just want something simple. So you would have to have a tool for that, because it is on there with a jump ring, and it's not something that can just be pulled right off unless I put a larger jump ring on there. But I thought if I put a larger jump ring on there so that it would come over this thing, it might look a little bit odd, so I kept it small. But I also like the dangle effect there, because you get a little bit of sparkle up here and then the rest of it as it dangles. I didn't have any problems getting the chaton into the prongs either. So this bracelet is a double strand. It has a lot of the seed beads in there, then those iris duos, the check glass faceted bead. I love the look of these seed beads with the iris duos. The way that I put it in there is I had both strands go through one bead and then separate, and then go through one bead and then separate. So I just kind of spaced that out. I used some rose gold findings that I had in my stash, and created a little bit of a dangle. This is a lobster claw clasp that I also had in my stash in that rose gold. And so I made just like a little simple extender using the jump ring method. It gives you a little bit of extra length in case you need it. But I think it's really pretty and the colors are just amazing. I love the pearls. I would probably want to do this with like wildfire or fire line if I wanted to get elaborate with how I wanted to do my seed beads and all that. But I just wanted to keep that simple. And so I used my Potomac Beads 7 strands bead stringing wire. Put it on the ends here with the clamshell covers covering the crimps. That is elegant and petite. Okay, so I've shown you the earrings with that bracelet set. Now here is the necklace. And this is a little bit of wire work and some bead string wire. I created this pendant or focal if you want, because it's not hanging down like a pendant. It's just part of the necklace. But this is something that I did some wire wrap around some of these iris duos and the pearls using some, I think it was 28 gauge artistic wire just to do the weaving and everything. This is the back, so you can see that. And I love the look of that rose gold. It's like a light copper really, but it's going with the rose gold vibe. But I love how that picks up the coloring in those iris duos. And then I have the bead stringing wire coming off of where I've just created like a loop. It's a wrapped loop on either end of this focal piece that I designed. And then I just did some bead stringing on the 7-strand wire for the rest of the necklace in my beadwork. Picked up the theme with the iris duos there in the rose gold tones. I used some rose gold teeny tiny bead caps that I'd forgotten that I'd had in my stash from years ago. So that worked out nice. And come out here to the extender side. I made another little bead dangle on the extender. The other side just mimics what I was doing there, except I end it with a lobster claw clasp so that when you put this on, if I were to wear it, I'm a right-handed person, so I would definitely want the lobster claw clasp when I'm trying to put it on myself on the right-hand side. So you got to be mindful of how you lay it out on your board, because it's actually a reversed image whenever you're turning around to put it back on yourself after you've seen it on a board. So that's a little tricky. But this is the back, because the iris duos are on their flat side, and then this is the front. The puffy side of the iris duos here are on the front. That's how I wanted it anyway. And then when you wear it, this is how it will look. This area will just lay flat on the chest, and then the iris duos, the puffy side that go trailing up the necklace here, will be facing outward with the puffy side up. So I will try to put that on a form here in just a second, but I think it looks great with the bracelet and the earrings. Here's the necklace. This is the front pendant part that's going to lay flat on your chest, and then you have the beadwork going up, and the bronze and the rose gold and the sage green and all of that, the brown tones and stuff. So I think it looks really pretty all together. This is an elegant necklace. It is Whispers of Antiquity theme. I'm not really sure that's what I would call this, but I mean, I could see it. It's a neutral kind of design, and there's my little dangle on the back there. So if you need to have an extender, you can do that. You can also create this and then put a full chain on it. I just kept this as a simple necklace. It was let's see, 18 inches with a 2-inch extender to give you 20 inches. I'm going to probably use this little bead tray here as the palette finish for a bracelet at least, and I have a ton of beads, so I mean, I could still do all kinds of things. But that just goes to show you, I mean, you have a lot of beads left over. Even like these seed beads, see how much of that tube? And I used a lot of seed beads, but I've got a lot more left here in this tube. All right, so those are my lovely pieces of jewelry. I hope that you've enjoyed looking at these with me. If you're gonna use the leaves from the Sponge Sugar Serenade, if you have the box, that is what those large leaves came from. They are the Check Glass Leaf Beads Peridot Aurora Borealis. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this with any of your jewelry making friends that might be interested in Potomac beads as a monthly subscription or just to shop in general. Something else I wanted to show you as a little peek here is my tool holder. Now this says Bead Tech on it, but Potomac Beads actually, I think, just bought or had already owned Bead Tech, and they had a sale on this tool holder, and you can see how secure it is to hold some of my tools anyway. Here are a few things that I've gotten directly out of the treasure box edition from Potomac Beads. This set of pliers, these tweezers, these thread cutters here, and it's holding all of those nicely. These are just the tools that I use here all the time. That is very handy if you're interested in something that your tools can sit up on. I have multiple ways of holding my tools, but I still manage to have more tools. Go figure. Just like my beads, right? I'd like to thank PotomacBeads.com for sending me this treasure box to review for you. As always, every month, if you enjoy something, please let me know. I would really appreciate the engagement. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and have a sparkle-rific day. Bye!